there was something different about him, and it was one of those things that everything that I had ever wanted to find in a person, I had never met one person that held so many things that I valued. And so when I met Joel, he really stood out to me because he had so many of the qualities that I had hoped for.
From the moment that I met her, there was just an assuredness in herself and just the leadership that she walked in and the trust that she had with the Lord and the faith that she had with the Lord. So there was no question in who she was. And it intimidated me to a point, and it was one of those things where I guess I knew that I would have to live and walk as the man that God called me to be with a woman like that, because she deserved that, and because she expected that because of who she was and because of, I guess, just the things that the Lord had already put into her.
He and the rest of the squad had flown off to their next destination, and the group of us that were traveling just for that month were in the airport, and I was sitting there in the international terminal, and the Lord just hit me, and clear as day just told me that I had met my husband. And I freaked out because I thought I was crazy. And I journaled, and I was just like, God, this is nuts, because this doesn't happen, but if this is you, then I'm just taking my hands off of it.
When I was back on the race squad leading, I was in Malaysia, and I was with M Squad, and we were at Pinhop on Penang Island. And I was there, and I was praying, and actually on the way there, I was talking to one of the leaders that we had. I told him that I have to tell Kayla we can't talk anymore. We had this conversation about just where I was in the relationship that I had with women and just stuff that was unhealthy in my life. And I was at a place where I already knew that she had feelings for me, but I didn't trust myself enough to do right by that. So I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I have to tell her we can't talk anymore because I know I'm only going to hurt her. And those are the last words that I spoke before I go into this room. Well, we go in there and we start worshiping and praying. And I was praying about relationship, I was praying about marriage, and out of nowhere, just as clear as I've ever heard the Lord speak, he said, there's a blessing that comes with Kayla. And I know that wasn't just a voice in my head. I know it wasn't me just hearing things, because I just got done saying that that's not what I wanted because I wasn't ready for that. But this voice comes in and says, no, there's a blessing that comes with this woman.